Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Thursday, the 11th of November, 2021. It's only afternoon here, not evening yet. I went for a swim at lunchtime, and yeah, yesterday I bought myself a swimming cap. Not knowing anything about them and imagining that all swimming caps must be alike, never having had one in my entire life before, because I was never good at swimming when I was young. Um, I got it out the packet, and then I realized it was made of lycra and put it on anyway. But of course, it didn't stop any water from getting through and basically just filled up my ears with water. So I now realize swimming caps come in, well, they must come in waterproof and non-waterproof version. I presume you can get waterproof ones. I mean, I think you must be able to. I seem to remember my mum was swimming with her friends who had kind of pink swim caps with flowers on the sides or something like that. Now, I'm not sure I'd look good in that, but maybe I'll give it a try. I'm willing to do anything to avoid getting green hair. The problem is my hair turned green when I went swimming for a few days at the beginning of last month, I think it was. So anyway, I did manage to swim 900 meters though. I'm quite pleased with that considering I'm an old man now, so officially old man. And so that was quite something. I'm going to have to be speaking for 3 hours constantly this evening, so I figure I'd play the game early while I still am in reasonable voice, because otherwise I should probably be hoarse later on. Right. All of this jabbering is normally to disguise the fact that I am looking for the first number, and then I usually go ta-da and show you the first number. Oh, there we are, ta-da. Finally, it took me a long time to find, but anyway, 6 blocks across here, 6 blocks across here, 6 blocks up here, and 6 blocks up here. So, yes, indeed, that has to be a 6. Um, hmm. Well, I'm looking all around and I'm not really seeing a great deal. Hmm. Oh, let's start highlighting numbers, shall we? It will save time instead of me randomly trying to look around and 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 follow numbers as suggested, but not really getting anywhere. So let's take them one by one. That might help a little, right? Nothing much to go with on ones. Okay, I can see a couple of twos. I do see pairs, like in these squares, of course, and others, but nothing that's, there we go. 3 blocks across here, 3 blocks across here, 3 blocks up here. So we immediately know 3's got to be there. Hmm. Ooh, okay. It's not a I'll give you everything from the start kind of game. So in my case, it's time to put in pencil marks. If you're following your own system, good luck. And let me see what I can see. Right, well, so one block's across here, so one is in these squares and also in these squares here. Oops, sorry. I had two squares selected, there we go. That's about it. Twos then, 2 blocks down here and 2 blocks across here. Right, so we have twos in these squares and then of course in those squares there as well. 2 we have blocking up here, 2 we have blocking across here, so we can also get a pair of twos in those squares. Four blocks across here, so 4 is a pair here and is also a pair here. So quite importantly now we have 1 and 4 as a matching pair, and so that means we can ignore every other digit from these two cells here. We don't have to worry about that now. So shall we see what we can see here since we're on the topic? So missing numbers are 3, which blocks here, so now we know that 3 is a pair here. Now is that going to help us sum? Yep. 3 blocking down here, 3 blocking across here, so we can get a pair of 3s there. Also 3 blocking down here and 3 blocking down here, and now 3 across there. We can fill in a pair of 3s there also. Okay. What else is missing? 6 blocks down here, so we know 6 is going to be a pair in those squares there. That means 6 blocks across here, 6 blocks across here, and 6 blocks down here. So we're also going to be able to fit in a pair of 6s there. We're not up to the 6s yet, but I just wanted to do it quickly while I am feeling sorry, while I'm feeling up to the job. No, that's not it. While I can see it easily, before I forget. 9 is the other number that goes along here, all right? Now I'll put it in, it's not a pair, but I'll put it in because look, 9 blocking across here, 9 blocking down here, and 9 blocking down here. We can now actually place our 9, okay, and that will give us anything else? No, it won't. 3, yes, there it is. The 3 will be here now, and the 1 will be here like this. And so this 3 means that 3 must be in this square. Now we've got 6 as part of our pair, one side of our pair. And we can remove the 3 from here now. Okay. So I think that's looking nice. The 2 missing numbers here and here have to match. They are 7 and 8. We don't have for this row. We've got everything else because we've got 1 and 4 here. Now the 7 says that this can't be a 7, so that's got to be an 8 if I choose the right mode, and 7 must go here. So the missing numbers here are 2 and 8. Now we have an 8 blocking here, so we can place our 8 here, and our 2 goes here. Now we know 2 blocks this square down here, and 2 blocks across here, so 2 is there. 4 is the last number for that column. Let's get rid of candidate 2 here. Missing numbers here are 5 and 7. We'll put them in so we don't forget. Okay. Okay. Lower chute, we've done a lot there already. So let's work our way up, shall we? Let's go back to highlighting again. So now we've made quite a few changes, so there's more to do now. 1 now is a pair in those squares. Two blocks up here and 2 blocks across here. So now we know that 2 is a pair in those squares. Three blocks down here, 3 blocks up here, and 3 blocks across here. We can now place our 3 there, and we will also have a pair of 3s up here for later. And that's 3 complete now. 4, Still not enough information on 4s. No, let's leave 5 for now. 6 blocking down here, 6 blocking up here, and 6 blocking across here gives me a pair of 6s there. Seven blocking up here and 7 blocking across here, so 7 candidates could go in those 2 cells. The 8 blocking across here, 8 blocking across here, and 8 blocking up means we can now place our 8 here, and we can put our 6 in that square there. So that will give us 6 blocking here, blocking down. So now we can put in a pair of 6s there, which is 6s now. We've done all we can with 6s. With the 8s, we can now say 8 blocking up here, 8 blocking up here, 8 across here. Means that an 8 must appear here, and now 8 across, 8 across, 8 up, and 8 up. Sorry, 8 across here. So that gives me the 8 there, and that 8 is our first completed digit, I should say. Use the ed form of the adjective as opposed to the simple adjective, which we often use. Okay, I'm going to go through just one final quick time, just in case anything else has changed, availability or possibilities or anything. Or I can see something that I couldn't see before. No. So 5 blocks across here, so now we have a pair of 5s in those squares. I'm going to put in a strip of 5s up here, okay, because of this 5 and this 5. I know it's not a pair, but sometimes it's just helpful. Right, okay, that's it then. So now I've got to start thinking about the other candidates. I don't know which side is best to begin. It's much of a muchness everywhere, I think, so I'll just start at the top. So 1, 2, 3 are done. 4 blocks up here, so we can place 4 as a candidate in those squares. 5 is in the same column and does exactly the same thing, so we can put 5 there. 6, 8, 9 are done. 7 is not done. 7 blocks up here, so 7 is available in those squares there. Down here now, 1 is done. 2 blocks this square here. And we don't know anything else, so 2 in those squares. 3 is done. 4 blocks up here, so 4 is available in those squares. 5 blocks across here, 5 blocks up here, so the same places we have the 4s, we have the 5s. 6 is done, 8, 9 is done, 7 is done. Actually, it's all complete. Oh. Okay. Well, we didn't get much benefit from that, did we? Let's try this block over here. 1 block's up here. So 1 is available like that. 2, 3 is done. We're looking for 4 now, 4 blocks up here, so 4 in these squares. 5, 6, 7, 8 is done. We're looking for a 9, 9 blocks, 9 blocks across here, and actually didn't need that. 9 just blocks up this column is better. So the 9 goes there. That's not going to do anything, is it? No, not yet. 1 blocks this square here, 1 blocks up here. So 1, 2, 3 done. 4 blocks up the central column, not the central nervous column. 4 is in those squares there. 5, 5, hello, 5. No, nothing is no. Oh, so there are no singles in this block. 6 is done. 7 blocks up here. That's all we know. 8's done. How about 9? 9 blocks across here and 9 blocks up here. So 9 is in those squares. 1, 9. No triples. I was hoping there might be a triple here, but not. Okay. Nothing interesting. Okay, still at it then. So 1 across here. 2's done, 3's done, 4's anywhere. We're having quite a long Sudoku battle today, actually. Not the Guardian, that was of course rated as hard, but turned out to be somewhere between easy and medium. The New York Times was hard, a bit of a slog today, although once I found a pattern, it was much easier. And then this one is not a pushover, is it? Okay, 5 is done then. 6, 7 blocks up here. So 7 in those squares. 8's done. How about 9? 9 blocks here and here. And that's it. So 9 in those squares there. Oh, look at that. We did get a single. Let me just check. I may have made a mistake. Can it be 1? No. Can it be 2? No. 3? No. 4? Yes. 5? No. 6? No. 7? No. 8? No. 9? No. Okay, it is indeed a 4. Double checked on that. So let's remove 4's from all of these places where it must now be removed from. And down here we now know that this is a 1 and this is a 4. Our 1 means that that can no longer be true in that square. Right, now have we done ourselves any other favors up here? We've got our 5 and 7 here, which I mean is an error checking thing. I mean it's correct, what I'm trying to say. And we have a pair of 5 and 7 here as well. So look, 5 and 7, 5, 7. So this square we can take away 5 and 7, and this square we can take away 5. Let's just double check 5 and 7 now. So we're left with 1, 9, 4. Yep, that looks to be okay. Shall we finish off? Let's put in the rest of the candidates, shall we? Okay, so now first of all, I can see 1 is going to be a pair. Okay, do you see that here we have 1 in the top row of this chute and the middle of this chute, and here we have 1 in the top row and middle of this chute. So in this third row of the chute, 1's got to appear somewhere down here, but we have, in fact, a blocking 1 here, and so we know that 1 is a pair in those squares there. Okay, 2 now blocks up here. Don't think we can say anything else though. 2 like that, 3 blocking, oh, 3's done already, sorry. 4 blocking up here, 4 blocking down here. So 4 in a strip there, 5 is placed, 6 is placed, 7 blocks down here and here. So 7 in these squares. 8 is placed. Are we going to get a single somewhere? Where's the 9? Oh no, maybe not. 9 across here. So no. 9 is in those squares. Ah, but this is the only 5 in this row, isn't it? Let's click on 5. Yeah, there's only one 5 in this row. This has to be a 5 now. It's the only 5 in that row. Remember, all candidates are now in, okay? So 5 goes there. Let's remove candidate 5 there. Let's remove that candidate 5 there. Okay. I tidied it up a little. Now there's only one 5 available in this block as well, so 5 goes there. This must be a 4, giving us a 2 in this square now. And removing the 2's in these squares. And I thought everything would have fallen by now, but it seems we've got to look a little bit harder. So in that case, let's highlight numbers and see if there's anything else we can do that's simple. I do actually see 3, 9, 3, 9. It means that this square here, I think I can remove the 9. Can't I? Yes, I can. Because unique rectangle. Shall I bother? Though it's not really worthwhile. Is it worthwhile? It's probably not. I'll leave it. I know that in this square I can remove the 9, but I'm not going to explain to you why, because I think that we won't need that particular UR technique. It hardly ever is really useful. I'll just look for other things first, and I'll come back if I'm not making any progress. Okay. Okay, so I'm not making any progress. All right, I will get rid of it then. I have to explain to you what the deal is, right? Okay. Do you see this square is 3, 9? Now, we had this a couple of days ago. I did explain it a couple of days ago in a bit more detail than I had previously because a channel viewer complained that I didn't explain it well enough. So I will explain it once more. Okay. Here we have a unique rectangle of 3 and 9. Each of these 3's and 9's, each of these squares has, or I should say contains, a 3 and a 9. Okay, 3, 9. There's a 3, 6, 9, a 3, 4, 7, 9, and a 3, 7, 9 here. But they all have 3, 9, and they all form a rectangle across 2 blocks. Okay, the usual UR qualifications. Now the only unfortunate thing is that this is the only bi-value cell. Now when we have 3 bi-value cells, it's normally great because we can remove 2 numbers. But here we can only remove 1 number. What we do is we look diagonally opposite. So this is the diagonally opposite square, okay, to this. right? If we've got a square, rectangle, I should say, like this, so we take the diagonally opposite one here. Now, we look at the two candidates, the 3's and the 9's, and we look up and down, not including the UR. Oh, not, oh, sorry, not including the UR itself, the 3 and 9, I'm losing myself now. Not including this square, okay, and not including this square across like this. So we have to look in these squares. Now, if we see a 3 and a 9, there is nothing we can do further. No more removals can be made. But if we see either a 3 or a 9 in any of these squares, then we can remove the 3 or the 9 in this square. And I think you'll notice that we have a 9 here, 9 here, and a 9 here, and there's a 9 here as well. But there aren't any 3's in the squares that I highlighted. No 3's, not including this square because this is part of the unique rectangle, right? So there aren't any 3's in the row or column that intersects here, but there is a 9, and so it means that we can remove a 9. It's very convoluted, and as I mentioned the other day, it hardly ever changes much. It doesn't really do it doesn't often do a great deal, to be honest with you. It can sometimes inch you forwards, and that can be great if it's one thing that you really need, you know, but in general it doesn't do a hell of a lot, to be honest with you. Anyway, it hasn't done much here as I expected, so I shall still be looking for other patterns. I think I'm just going to look within the blocks first of all and see if I can see anything. So hold on for a while because there may be some silence. Silence over. That was useless. I just looked at the blocks and I didn't see any patterns within the blocks. So I'm going to look at the rows and columns and see if I can see anything. I'll highlight them for you, so at least you know where my brain is. Where my brain is. Do you know where my brain is? If you knew where it was, I don't think you'd like it. I'll highlight them and show you which ones I am pondering. You know, they have donuts in Thailand called pondering. I didn't get very much from there. So let's have a look at this row here. Oh, oh. See what happens when you check carefully? You see that, look, 4 hasn't been removed from these squares yet. And as soon as we do that, there you go. We immediately find we are going to finish the puzzle. 2 goes there, 7 goes there, 5 goes there. See, not close enough in error checking. 1 goes here, 2 goes here. 7 now must be in this square. That's the only place the 7 can go. This is a 4 now. 4 is now blocked from this square, so we'll remove it. 4 is in fact the last number to get up there. Okay, what else can we do? There must be other things we can do. This 2 is not true now. 2 is in this square, and this must be a 6. So this is a 9, giving us a 3 in this square and a 6 in this square. Let's get rid of the 6 there, shall we? And should we do the other removals that need to be done? 2 needs to be removed from this square and this square because of intersecting 2's. Okay, so that will give me a 9 to place here. A 4 must be in this square, and the last number for this row is a 1, giving us a 9 here, 4 there, 4 to be erased from there. Now we have a pair of 5, 7, 5, 7, and here we have 1 and 9, so that's got to be a 9. Sorry, click the wrong mode, 9 that goes there. So shall I remove 9's in these squares? Okay, and also 9 has to be taken away from there because of this 9, and 9 has to be taken away from there. as well. Okay. This 4 means 4 should be erased from there. So now we have 3 and 7. This 7 is definitely not true, is it? That's a 1. 2 is the last number I think we need for that row. This 1 blocks up here, so that is in fact a 1. We have a 3 here already, so this is a 7. 3 is in this square here now. What else? What else? Shall we do? We are going to have to do the removals, I guess. 5 is removed, has to be removed from these squares. What else? 2. What's missing? What do we have? 9s. Okay, that now has to be a 9 because that's the only place a 9 can go. We have a 1, so this is a 7. We have 7, so this is a 5. We have 7 and 5 giving us a 1 in this square. One number we need here, we've got 7, we've got 1, so this is a 5 indeed. 7 goes here now. This 7 gives us a 5 in this square, and so it's good night Vienna, good night Bangkok, although it's still actually not even that late in the afternoon. But I will have to be speaking later, and so that was an enjoyable puzzle too. I like that one as well. Nice puzzles we've had today, I think. The Guardian was a little bit of a letdown, but it usually is on a Thursday anyway. And so nice puzzles from both, I think, the NYT and the LAT today. So have enjoyed those puzzles. I hope you have too, and I hope you solve them in an efficient way or an enjoyable way, even better. How about that? Right, bye-bye. See you again sometime.